Hey guys, welcome back to Analytic Insights. In today's video, we're going to go through how to set up our file structure inside of Zoho Analytics. So let's go check it out. All right, here we find ourselves back in Zoho Analytics, and this time we are in the File Explorer here. You can see that this is highlighted or pushed in on the Explorer, which brings up all of our files we've got here. Now, before we get into setting up our file structure, I wanted to draw your attention over here to the top right corner. You can see it says new folder, which is self-explanatory. You can create a new folder with it. You can sort your folders. Right here, you can view them differently, and then you can have a list view, or you can view them as a grid. So if I currently have them as a list view, and if I expand out my tables, you can see they're all just kind of listed out. This is very similar to like your Windows file system. But if I come over here to grid view, you can actually kind of see a little snippet of the information that's in them, especially with these data sources or queries. Now, it's not enough to show you everything that's in there that you can work with, but it may give you an idea of, or a little reminder of something you worked on in the past. Now, for the rest of the video, I'm just going to keep it as the list view because that's a little bit simpler to show. Now, I'm going to collapse those back again so we can start at more of a high-level view and then go deeper into how to structure the file from top to bottom. Over here, again, we have this little folder view by. I have found this super useful because not only can I keep it on folders and drill down and see what's in which folder, but I can also come over here and change it to related views and see which data sources are being used in which charts. Now, right here, for example, you can see the accounts data source is being used in the testing pivot chart. Down here, you can see Dwight's calls data source is being used in these two different charts. Now, the one thing it won't do is show you what is being used, which charts are running off of a query. So even if I have a chart running off this example query, then it's not going to show us the chart that's running off of it. So that's one little downfall that may make it a little more difficult when you're looking in this view. But for the most part, it's really nice. Now, if I come over here and select types, here is where we get into Zoho's more or less automatic file structure. I really enjoy this because it groups everything up by what type of what it is. So all of these can expand, and I can see all of my tables, no matter what file I have put them in. I can see all of my queries, charts, pivot charts, and if you have other tables, there's also a summary view and excuse me, I forgot what it's called. Let's come over here to create a tabular view. If you have those, I don't currently, those will have their own little expandable file too. And then you have dashboards. So this makes it really easy to have everything already grouped up. And if this is how you want to structure your information, if you don't have very much, then this is a great way to do it. It makes it really easy. But I would recommend, especially if you are working in a mid to larger size company, you're going to have so many dashboards and so many charts. You're definitely going to need a little more robust file structure. So let's get right into that. I'm going to go ahead and click back to this folder view, and then we can see my messy information. Now you can see I have a folder right here, a subfolder here. Here's a subfolder under the tables and reports also, and then another parent folder. So these tables and reports and Zoho CRM modules are parent folders, and then I have these little subfolders. Now, one thing that I think is not so convenient about this file structure is that if I wanted to put another subfolder under accounting, say I have accounts payable, accounts receivable, charts, and things like that, Zoho Analytics will not allow you to do another folder, and I will show you right here. So if I go ahead and click new folder, I'm just going to go new folder and click create under. it only allows me to put this new folder under tables and reports or Zoho CRM modules. And those are parent folders, so you can see it's not even allowing me to put it underneath the accounting subfolder. Most of the time, that's not a problem, but if you like to have a ton of different folders and drill down a lot, that is not going to work for you right here. Now, one thing you may have noticed is that I have two parent tables, and they look pretty general. So tables and reports is automatically in all Zoho Analytics files. It is their default file where if you don't have any other folders, everything will be saved to this tables and reports default folder. Now, this other one that I have is Zoho CRM modules folder, and it comes in as a parent folder because it is an integration. Now, you can see I have this integrated with Zoho CRM, and so here are all my modules, and they come in as different tables or data sources. I really like this, that it comes in as a parent table, and it groups everything together for me because I can go to my CRM, for example, like I have connected, and I can see all the modules in my CRM, and I can come right back over here into Zoho Analytics, and I can also see all those same modules in a table format right here in the same folder. So it makes it really convenient that it groups everything together. Now, it's so convenient that it's grouped together that it makes us want to do it here also. So if I want to put my loose data sources and charts, dashboards into a folder, all I have to do is come over here to the right hand side, and this little, it looks like a little paper. If I select that, I can come down here to move to folder, and then it gives me my options. I can, if you can see that it's already in this tables and reports folder, but it gives me another option to put it in somewhere else. So I am going to put it in the accounting folder. You can see it drops off. So if I open up the accounting folder, now you can see that these ones are inside that accounting folder. If I want to do multiple into the same folder, I can just go ahead and select these boxes. Now, the ones I'm clicking may have nothing to do with the file I'm going to put them in, but this is just for an example, right? So if I come up to the top, once I selected multiple, I can do move views to a folder, and I can select, let's say it's going in sales, and now see it shortened up everything. I can select sales and see everything that's in there. Now, I'm not going to go through and do all of these, but that is a very easy way to structure your file system. Now, I really recommend creating files for each department in your company, or a group of similar jobs, or even projects you're working on. So, for example, if I have a bunch of sales analytics things, I've got multiple dashboards, many charts, all working on one project, I might create just a project file for that and name it something specific so you know what everything in there is going to mean. Now, setting up this file system does take some planning before you set it up. Make sure you have a strategy and you're working with your business leaders or your stakeholders so that everyone knows what's going on and everyone will be on the same page when it comes to finding where things are. It's such a big problem, especially once you're in a bigger company and you have so many different dashboards and charts that it's difficult to find things. There is a search bar up here, but it's so much easier when everything is structured and organized and everyone knows where to go. You'll get way fewer questions and you'll be able to create dashboards and charts way quicker because you know where everything is. Now, another thing I really like about this file structure that we've got here is the search bar. Now, not only is it a normal search bar where I can just type in sales and it will bring up everything that has the title sales or a folder if that's the title sales, but Zoho Analytics has made it that much easier to find something. Now, I have been in companies where we have hundreds, if not thousands, of different charts across different departments, and maybe it was 3 or 4 months ago, I created a query in which many different charts run off of, but I can't remember what it's called, and I need to get there and figure that out to use it once again. What I can do is come in here and actually just select one of these icons, and it will narrow it down to only the query or the chart that I need. So for example, this icon is dashboards, this one is charts, and that can be a variety of different charts. This one is pivot views. These are the summary views. This is a tabular view. These are all your queries, and these are data sources. So if I go back to my example, I have a query, right, that I don't remember what it's called, but I know it's a query I wrote, and then I can search for it. And you can see, I only have one apparently, but you can see it only brought up my queries, and then inside the queries, I can figure out what it's called. So that is a super easy way to be able to filter things out. If you know one little piece of information, it allows you to kind of pre-filter before you start searching. Now, the very last thing I want to share about this file structure that I have found really useful is to come over here and use the My Favorites. So if I come down here, I can go ahead and click the stars. The little icons will pop up on charts, dashboards, and data sources. So say I got my dashboard here, I want to remember. If I've got them all closed up, I can come over here and say, okay, I know I saved it in my favorites. I can just click the star, and it will bring up my most used dashboards, charts, data sources, anything like that. All right, that is all that I've got for setting up our file structure. I hope it's been helpful. Hopefully you can use it in a project. I will see you in the next video. Make sure to like and subscribe.